Uy, ang ganda ng boses mo. You should be a singer. Ang galing mo sa math. You should be an accountant. Have you ever felt stuck or unsure kung paano mo maabot yung mga pangarap mo? Or maybe you're wondering if your dream is even worth pursuing? Kung yes ang sagot mo, perfect itong episode na to for you. We're talking about this life-changing lessons from this book of John Maxwell's Put Your Dream to the Test. I've actually read this book like 3 times already. It has been with me since 2011. It was a gift from my former boss, Teacher Beth, and that was during our Christmas party. And I am so thankful to have received this wonderful gift. It has taught me a lot of valuable lessons since the first time I read it, and whenever I need like a reminder of the things and actions that I need to do in pursuing my dreams, I simply go back to this book. It's basically my favorite book of my favorite author. And in this episode, I will be sharing with you some of the lessons. There are a lot of valuable lessons that you can get from this book, but I'll be sharing with you 3 of them for you to also see if you would be interested in reading the full book. So, lesson number 1 is you can't achieve a dream you don't own. I'm sure you are familiar with scenarios where the parents want their children to be successful, successful professionals. Like they want their kids to be doctors, pilots, lawyers someday. And I'm sure these are all great dreams, right? You pursue being a doctor, an accountant, a teacher, and that's good for you. But the question here is, kanino ba yung dream mo? Who owns your dream? Is it yours? Is it really yours? Or is it someone else's idea of what you should be doing? When someone told you, uy, ang ganda ng boses mo, you should be a singer. Or, uy, ang galing mo sa math, you should be an accountant or an engineer. And the list of these kinds of scenarios goes on. And while these are great commendations and like observations of your skills and potentials, it's important to also think about if these suggestions from other people do align with your own goals and dreams. And that's why asking yourself if you really own your dream would be a great help in achieving such dream. So make time to personalize your dream. Kasi kung hindi mo talaga gusto yung isang bagay, may hirapan kang mag-invest ng energy and time. Kaya kailangan sigurado ka. Hindi lang sa pangarap mo, kundi sa dahilan kung bakit mo gusto yung pangarap na yun. I remember when I was pursuing math as my major in college, my primary reason was because it's somehow a sure way for me to pass. Not because I am a math genius, I am no genius, but among the options I had, it's the one I was confident of passing, if that makes sense. That was because I couldn't afford to have failed subjects because I had a scholarship to maintain back then. So I should be sure of the path that I would take. Although, don't get me wrong, I love my college degree. It has been my foundation when I started my professional career. But, after a few years, I eventually pursued something that I knew in my heart. This is what I want, and I want to own it. So, lesson 1, claim your dream, own it, pursue it. Lesson number 2, to get the things you want, decide what you want. Sounds simple, di ba? Pero minsan, yan yung pinakamahirap gawin eh. Like, how do we own a dream if we can't even decide what dream we want? If we don't even know what we want? And that's a valid concern. It's possible that you actually don't know what you want. So don't be, hard on yourself whenever you get overwhelmed or you get discouraged because you feel that you don't have any direction in life. In your career, you feel stuck. That's definitely a valid concern. In my case, there's always a point in my life that I don't know and I can't decide what I want. Why do I say always? Every time I become demotivated or disappointed with myself, I always go back to my goal plan. So I have this 3-year career plan, and I started in 2022 when I decided to switch careers and like explore other industries. So it will be due this year, 2025, on my birthday. And I can't even count how many times I changed the plan. Like the goals, my why, like the reason why I'm doing this and that, the checklists, task lists, like my overall career goal. I always change my plan. And so I realized that maybe I don't really know what I want because I can't even stick to it. One day I want to be this, and another day has passed. I want to be that, I want to be doing that. I know you can relate, especially if you're someone who wants a lot of things, who wants to accomplish a lot in life, who has a lot of interests, of talents, skills, and in my opinion, this undecidedness, is that a word? It happens because instead of deciding what we want, we consider first how we will accomplish it. Is it realistic? Is it feasible in terms of money, in terms of time? Will I be able to achieve it, or will I just be dreaming forever and never making it a reality? That before deciding what our dream is, we already tested it at the back of our minds. And therefore, we end up settling for the things, the dreams that may seem to be more realistic for us, but not the one that we really want. And I think this is also a reminder to myself to not settle for something that's not even worth it. To always remember that we only have one life to live, and that we make sure to make the most of our one and only life, because we will never know if we can have another chance, another opportunity, another time to pursue our dream. And in order to do that, have the courage to decide what you truly want, what really is your dream. And I hope this one helps. Imagine a perfect world. You don't struggle with your life, no money issues, no health issues, no age issues, no gender issues. Like everything is perfect. And you are to decide what you want to be or what you want to do if the world is perfect around you. I hope you got your answer. Lesson number 3, the more concerned you become with things you can't control, the less you will do to improve the things you can control. Grabe no, ang dami sa atin nauubos ang energy sa mga bagay na wala tayong control. And I think it's normal for a human being to worry about everything and anything. For example, you might be thinking na baka hindi mo kayanin i-pursue yung career na gusto mo kasi ang dami nang magaling sa field mo eh. Ang hirap ng competition sa IT industry or sa photography industry. But guess what? We can't control competition. We can't control the trend, what's happening around us. Pero kayang-kaya nating i-control yung sarili natin, yung decisions natin. Kayang-kaya nating i-improve yung skills natin, yung mindset natin. So, why not focus our energy on the things we can control, specifically on our own selves? What are the things or the steps you can do to be at least 1% better tomorrow? You know, every single day I write in my journal. Medyo kalat-kalat yung journal ko kasi madali akong maumay if I write in a single notebook. So, sometimes sa physical notebook ako nagsusulat. Sometimes naman sa notes app in my iPad, I use GoodNotes to share and write all my study and personal notes. Pero pag tinatamad talaga ako magsulat in a physical manner, I discovered this, I think, native app din siya sa Apple called Journal. And I always make sure to write any thoughts in my mind to my journal every single day. And these simple things, this is one of the things I know I can control. That even though yung mga bagay na sinusulat ko are sometimes things I can't control, I just write them down, and in that manner, these thoughts and things beyond my control, they get out of my brain cells, and it helps me to not worry anymore. This works for me kasi I have a tendency to worry too much about everything, and this decision to write every day, write about all my thoughts every single day, something I can control, helps me in moving on from the things beyond my control. So, yeah, share ko lang. Because I don't know about you, how you can deal with the things beyond your control, but I do encourage you to find ways on how to move forward and worry less on the things you can control. So maybe you can share with us if you have your own ways of moving on from the things beyond your control. What are the things you do in coping up and avoiding worrying about everything? And that's it for now. I hope you've gained something from this episode, and I hope this episode gives you interest in trying out reading this book. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.